Happy Thursday evening in Los Angeles. It's 4:45. That's where I am. I'm Morris Jones. My friends call me Mojo and have since I was 15, and everybody kind of gets used to it. So I am the managing director at the Pasadena Bridge Club. I'm also the president of the American Bridge Teachers Association, as if that meant anything. In any case, we're going to talk about hands tonight. I sent four specific hands that came from a collection left behind by Eddie Cantor of 300 hands. The theme of these hands tonight were responding to no trump openers. That was the only thing they had in common. Aside from that, they were all very different hands. Let me share a screen and we can start talking about those. Of course, first I have to bring up my bridge club, right? There's the beautiful Pasadena Bridge Club. If you're ever in the Los Angeles area, drop by and come play a game. The first hand that you'll get in the lesson hands tonight, and in fact, before I do anything, let me drop in the chat. I want to drop a folder, the file with the lesson hands in it, and I've got them right here. Here we go. Okay. The four hands that that I sent to Lynn are in this PDF file. And meanwhile, I'm going to open that file myself because it's a good reference. The commentary is from Eddie Cantor mostly, and it's very interesting. Now, if you notice in this hand, if you notice the bidding that I have here, he does not go to 6-no trump. Let's talk about why for just a moment. South opens 1-no trump with a 16 count and a 10. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. And North also has a 16 count. And this is a hand that's ideal for inviting slam and not necessarily just bidding it. You might be tempted to, but it's a 4-3-3 hand. Let's invite instead of going directly to slam. Now, we all know that a 4-no trump bid after a 1-no trump bid is not asking for aces, right? Good. It is a quantitative invitation to slam. And then when do you go and when do you not? The commentary that he writes on this hand is kind of interesting because with the south hand, it's pretty clear if you have 15 or 17. If you have 17, of course, you're going to bid 6-no trump. If you have 15, of course, you're going to pass. But if you have 16, what do you do? And his commentary is that if there's something about the hand that makes it a little better than a 16, if you have a 5-card suit, for instance, is one thing. Let me see if there's some other thing. Most 16-point hands he would carry on to slam. And his comment is that the only 16-point hand he would not accept a slam invite on is a 4-3-3. 4-3-3-3. It just has no source of tricks. So on this hand, he passes and plays in 4-no trump. But now making 4-no trump is no walk in the park either. Curious what you all might have led from the West hand. He picks the 5 of hearts. I think I would too. Let's play the hand and see what happens on the 5 of heart lead. If you play low from the dummy, East's card is going to be the jack. Now there's some things you can learn about that jack play. Since in the hearts, you're looking at the king and the queen, the real question is, where is the 10? Now, most defenders, and me in particular, if you want to help your partner on defense, when you have touching honors and you're following third hand, you always play the bottom. If East had the jack and the 10, they should play the 10. It lets partner know, helps partner place the missing honors. Now, if East plays the jack, basically denying having the 10, you can kind of tell that the 10 is in the West hand. And that's a dangerous moment. Now, what do we play here from our hand? Of course, when you have touching honors in your declarer's hand, always play the top one. It helps conceal where the bottom one is. When you play the king here, nobody can tell exactly where the queen is. In particular, West can't tell that East doesn't have the queen. So that's an important part. Now, just on this first trick, we've set up an interesting situation. We have now on this first trick, we have a dangerous opponent and a safe opponent. The dangerous opponent is East. Why is that? If East wins a trick and leads a heart through your queen 9, the queen 9 of hearts is covered by the ace 10 of hearts in the west hand, and the opponents will now take 3 more heart tricks. Excuse me. So the objective of the hand becomes keeping East off of lead. You can lose a trick to West with no problem, because if they lead hearts, your queen is safe. You'll get another trick. How can we keep off lead? East off lead. We have three spade tricks and 3 club tricks. We've got those 6 tricks. Let's deal with the diamonds. That's our big deal. We have a finesse in the diamonds that we can take in either direction. We can take it so that it loses to East. We can take it so that it loses to West. And clearly the right answer is take it so it loses to West, because they're the safe opponent. So let's play the 5 of diamonds from our hand, lead it over to the king in the dummy. And now we can come back, we can lead the jack of diamonds. East might cover. If they do cover, that's fine. You can play your ace. Well, let's say they don't cover and leave you guessing. Of course, now if this finesse lost, if the queen were on the West hand, that would be fine, because West can't hurt you in the hearts. In fact, if they lead a heart, it will give you a heart trick that you didn't have coming. So that's the key to this hand. And when it works this way, life is good. And then you've got enough tricks to make 4 no trump. At this point, we have won 5 tricks. We still have 6 tricks in the spades and the clubs. We should not win any more hearts. If you don't want to touch the hearts and we don't want to give up the lead, just take your sure tricks and it'll make 4. Any questions about this? Or I know some people actually made 6, but that defense is hard, so it's. Did that answer your questions, Glenn? Yeah, okay. That was 3. The next lesson hand is 5. I'm going to go to that first. We'll come back and get others later if we have time. That was number 5. Let's talk about this one. Let me see what Eddie had to say about this. His comment on the 1 no trump opener is that I know that if you learn to play bridge in the 50s or 60s, this would not be a hand that you open 1 no trump. Why? It has a small doubleton. And expert players realized after a while that it didn't make any difference. There were too many things that could go right on a no trump hand than to let a small doubleton get in the way. Your partner may have a stopper. The opponents may not find the suit you're weak in. They could block the suit. It could divide 4-4. There's so many things that can go right that we don't worry about that anymore. So we open it 1 no trump. South bids a transfer bid, 2 diamonds, showing at least 5 cards in hearts, and we don't know how strong they are. It doesn't matter. North accepts the transfer to 2 hearts. By the way, I have a question. You have a small doubleton in Declarer's transfer suit. Would it ever be right to not accept the transfer because of that? And here's my answer to that, because I'm often asked that. Can I not accept the transfer? No. And I say there is one situation where you should not accept a transfer from your partner, and that's when you never want to play with this partner ever again in your life. If you can. So yes, when your partner transfers, they're in charge. Let them be in charge and bid 2 hearts. Now, South's second bid is 3 no trump, showing exactly 5 hearts and a game going hand, and that's where it should stop. So we'll play it in 3 no trump. Now, the play on this hand is very interesting, because the hearts have to be your source of tricks, and it may be difficult to get to all of those hearts if the defenders defend well. The opening lead that I would pick, I think, is the 6 of spades, your 4th best and your longest suit. And here's where you have to plan ahead. You have to think, I'm going to need an entry card to get to South. once I set up these hearts, and it's going to have to be a spade. Here's the first mistake you can make. It doesn't matter what spade you play from the dummy, but in your hand, you had better play the king. Now, that may seem stupid and silly because your 10 is winning. But by playing the king, you've given yourself 2 cards in the spades. One you can set up as an entry, one you can lose to the ace if need be. And at this point, this is when you need to start attacking the hearts. Lead your 4 of hearts. A good defender on East, when they're looking at 3 small, they'll signal with a count, look at the count signal and play the 3. Go ahead and play the king of hearts. West should hold up, not take the ace here. If they can figure out that partner has 3 hearts, they know that declarer started with 2. North started with 2. And their best time to take a heart is now. It's the second heart trick. It's when declarer is playing their last heart. And East's 8 confirms that they started with 3. So that solves that problem. What are we going to do now? Well, you don't have a good lead from this hand. You could return your partner's spades. That would be good, but you're looking at this queen jack and the dummy and you're realizing they're both good. I'm not sure I want to do that. I might pick the 10 of clubs as my next lead. Doesn't matter to North because they're going to take the ace. Yeah, there's no reason. Gosh, I could duck it around to the jack, couldn't I? Over trick. In any case, now let's say that North takes the ace of clubs. See, I'm always guilty of playing too fast to the club. I'm sure none of you are like that. And now they can lead a spade. East can take their ace if they want. But it doesn't matter because now the queen is established so that you can get to the queen and the rest of the hearts. They may lead a club back, of course. That's not a bad idea after I misplayed the clubs. And now we can get the spade, the 3 hearts, and the 2 diamonds and make our contract. Did that make sense? Any questions about this one? I like that hand. This is good stuff. Okay. The next hand.
I have a question. Why didn't you play in hearts? If my partner transfers me to hearts, why don't I play in hearts? Why does she then respond? Why does South then respond no trump as opposed to playing in hearts?
You only have a 7-card fit. I realize that
But South doesn't know that.
South, no, but when South bids 3 no trump, they're leaving it up to their partner to decide whether to play in hearts or no trump. You bid 3 no trump when you have 5, exactly 5. If North had a 3rd heart, they would fix it and they'd correct to 4 hearts instead of playing in 3 no trump.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You generally don't want to, if you've got a no trump hand, you generally want to play in the trump suit if you have an 8-card fit. But without an 8-card fit, you generally want to play in no trump.
So 3 hearts would mean that South has 6 hearts, correct?
3 hearts. Well, if South
has
has 6 hearts,
2 hearts, 3 hearts.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they have 10 points. They wouldn't say 3 hearts. They just say 4 hearts.
You say 4 hearts if they had 10.
Right.
Okay.
If they had 6 hearts, they'd bid 4 hearts on their next bid. 3 no trump says, I have the points for game. I have exactly 5 hearts. So you decide between playing in no trump and hearts. And you do that based on how many hearts you have in North.
Thank you.
As it turns out, I mean, with the hearts dividing 3-3, you could play it in hearts, and it would probably come out about the same. You might even, well, trumping a diamond in the South hand doesn't give you any extra tricks because those are winners that you already had. But I think it's a hand I'd rather play in 3 no trump. Good questions.
I agree. We played it in 4 hearts and made 6.
Made 6. Well, you missed your 2 aces. Okay, that's interesting. What
I think we made 6.
You remember what your opening lead was?
Yep. 9 of.
No,
Oh heck, maybe I don't.
Okay, doesn't matter.
we made 5 hearts.
Okay, made 5 in hearts. The danger of playing in a 7-card fit is that you don't get a 3-3 break. It's more likely to be 4-2 than it is 3-3. And God forbid it should be 5-1. I had one of those today at the game. So having an 8-card fit is a little more comfortable. I'd rather be in 3-no trump.
But the
Sure.
king, queen, jack, 10, you don't have to
I know.
worry about it.
I know. Okay, playing 4 hearts, still okay. Let's look at board number 8. The auction's 1 no trump, 3 no trump. This is an interesting no trump opening hand because it's so chunky. All of your high card points are in the hearts and the clubs. And this hand is actually a defense problem, and it's a very good, very interesting defense problem.
16.
It is 16 points. So if you open it 1 no, East should bid 3 no with their 10 points and a great club suit. That's a good source of tricks. So the defense is the problem on this one. What do you lead from the north hand against 3 no trump?
What do we play in a 3-no trump west?
Okay.
And you make
Number 8. I'm leaning the jack of hearts. It's a 4-card suit. It's my longest suit. It's got the sequence in there.
what do we get?
And let's see how the hand plays in that. And let's talk about the defense a little bit. Declare calls for the 2 from the dummy. Partner plays the 4. What is the 4? That's a signal. That's a discouraging signal. It says, partner, I've got nothing for you in hearts. So North now immediately knows that the declarer has all the high hearts. Eddie has a good comment in here about playing the queen of hearts here. The jack of hearts as a lead, it tells partner, I don't have the queen. I do have the 10. So when there's a card that the opponents know you have, play that card as soon as you can. I just thought that was an interesting comment. But the combination of the discouraging signal from partner and the queen of hearts here should let partner know that all the high cards are in. The ace, king, and the queen were in the west hand. Now, what's the plan for West to make this contract? We want to take 5 clubs, we want to take 3 hearts, and we want to get a diamond. There's your 9 tricks. Is there some way that the defenders can foil that? And it turns out there is. Now, West has to play the clubs first. They have to unblock the clubs. So let's play the ace of clubs and the king of clubs so we can set up our queen jack 10 in the dummy while we still have a possible way to get to the queen jack 10, and that's going to be in the diamonds. I still don't want to touch my hearts. So now we play the 2 of diamonds. North is second hand to play. What should they play? This is where Cantor's thinking bridge. He's looking at this hand this way. North has seen the ace and the king of clubs from the west hand. If North deduces that jack lead correctly, he knows that West started with the ace, king, queen of hearts. All right, that's 9 points in hearts and 7 points in clubs. That's 16 points. West can't have more than 1 more point in their hand. Isn't that interesting? If you counted the points that way, you would know in West that your partner has to have the ace of spades. Now that's a bizarre moment. So how do you use that information? You pop up with the ace of diamonds right away. And what do you lead back? The king of spades. Whoa, lovely. Now, South, you can't signal on this one. You can't signal with a card that might be involved in taking a trick. You have to play the 2 no matter what. But don't worry, partner knows you have the ace, thank goodness. Because when they continue the spades, you now get to do this and take the rest of the spades and set the contract. Isn't that fascinating? I'm not sure I would have figured that out. I'm confessing. I don't think I would have figured that out. But when you see it, it's so clear cut and interesting. Any questions about this hand? Well, let's move on to number 10, which was the last one I had. Um, interesting bidding commentary. This is how Eddie Cantor bids it. East
Oh.
opens the, yeah.
One question about the last hand.
Uh-huh.
In the bidding, should they have found a different contract?
Looking at the hand, 3-no trump is clearly the best one. What would you rather play in?
Oh, that's what we played in. We were lucky we made it, but
Okay.
uh,
Right. No, you have to have perfect defense to not make it. And
yeah.
that was the key in this one. And it's a hard
But I
question.
mean, could we find that 9-card spade suit? And would it work?
Oh, you're looking at board 10 here. I'm sorry.
Oh, I guess I am. Yeah.
No, this is
Oh
easy.
no, never mind.
I already went on to the next board. I'm sorry.
I'm confused.
Okay. Here we
Yeah.
are. This is board 10.
Yeah.
And this one goes 1 diamond. He bids 2 clubs with his hand. Anyone want to bid anything different with his hand? When I'm looking at a hand like this, I would consider bidding 3-no trump right away.
Yeah, I went right to 3-no trump.
Yeah, I think I might too. I got no complaints with his bids. They're fine. 1-no, 2 clubs. One advantage of not just jumping to 3-no trump is that you give your partner another chance to describe their hand. And the 2 diamond bid certainly does that. It says long diamonds, minimum opener. And now I can say 3-no trump. But I also really don't have a problem with just bidding 3-no trump. Now, where is that going to fail me? It's going to fail me when East has a very strong hand and I've suddenly used up the whole bidding ladder, right? And we may not find our best fit or our best contract. But the hand is played in 3-no trump, and the opening lead is going to be the 7 of diamonds. And this again is a defense, an interesting defense problem, or actually a play of the hand problem. We have a danger hand. South plays the queen on the first one, and king wins. West wins with the king of spades. And at this moment, West has to realize that the ace of spades is in the north, and that they're looking at the jack. The 10 of spades is also likely in the north, and this jack 9 is subject to being captured by the ace 10 in the north hand. You cannot let South be on lead under any circumstances. South is the dangerous hand. If South gets on lead and they lead a spade back, they're going to take 4 spade tricks and set your contract. Now, you would think that that doesn't make any difference. I've got an 8-card diamond suit, and they're probably breaking 3-2. So what's the big deal? Why don't I just play my diamonds and cash my 6 diamonds and then get 2 hearts and hey, I'm good. I don't even need the ace of clubs. Well, of course, you want to plan for the occasions where the diamonds don't break 3-2, and that's about 1/3 of the time. They're going to be 4-1. And you really don't care how it is. You just want to not keep South from winning a trick. And that means you've got to keep South from winning a diamond trick. So how do we do this? We're going to take a finesse in the diamonds, guarding against a 4-1 break and keeping South off lead. So I'm using the hearts here to cross to the diamonds, to cross to the dummy, to cross to the east hand. Then I'm going to lead a low diamond. South plays low, and we put in the 10. Now I'm putting in the 10 because if this finesse loses, it loses to the safe opponent. He can't kill me in spades. Now, as it turns out, the finesse works. And with both opponents following suit on the diamonds, we're home free. I can take the rest of the diamonds. Luckily, I have that ace of clubs to get to the board. I can take the ace of diamonds, throw my clubs, the queen of diamonds, and so on. And anyways, in any case, I get the rest of the diamonds and the ace of hearts, and I make the contract. I thought that was a cool hand. Any questions about that?
That was 10. Yeah, we played 5 diamonds.
Let's see, it's 5:10. I have a little more time. Anybody wants to take off, you can. I had a request for deal number 6. And I thought I would bring that deal 6 and deal 7. So let me have a look at those. I'm looking at these for the first time. So look at them with me. Let's talk about these. The dealer's east. Nice 5-5 fit, 14 high card points. Looks like a good, oh, I don't have the auction up. 1 heart by east. Oh. Well, you've got a choice with the south hand. You don't want to make a takeout double because guaranteed if you do, you just know partner will pick diamonds. I'm not sure I want to overcall the clubs when I've got a 4-card spade suit. That's kind of disappointing, but I think my choice is going to be to say 2 clubs. And West should probably pass. You know, some Wests, if you're a little aggressive, you can raise the hearts to 2, but it is a little bit light for that. My scary moment is if I bid 2 hearts with the West hand, my partner's going to suddenly jump to 4, and that could be a problem. It's probably okay here, but what is North-South doing in clubs? This hand is going to be all over the place. On top of the club fit, you have a spade fit. In fact, both opponents have opposing fits. You have red suit fits in the East-West hand and black suit fits in the North-South hands. I think whoever wins the auction wins in this case. I bet the board is all over the place.
That is board 6.
I'm not going to suggest that there's any right or wrong way to do this. If you can discover the double fits, you're going to be off to the races. It could be some North-South sacrificing in 5 spades and making, or 5 clubs and making, or it could be East-West playing in well, 5 hearts is not going to make, and neither is 5 diamonds, because you're going to lose 2 spades.
We made 6 spades. We didn't bid it. We
Right,
only-
right.
We stopped at 3 spades. I don't ask.
Making 6. They didn't get their 2 aces. They have the ace of spades, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of hearts. So you got to take advantage of that. Well, congratulations, whatever you did. I don't think there's anything else I can say about this.
Can you say something about how do you disclose the spade fit in an overcall when you only have 4? Like, what's the best way to bid that?
Yeah.
Or is it okay to bid it with just 4?
Well, I'm not going to overcall it directly. If I overcall, I'm going to overcall the clubs.
But the partner, then
And
can
then
they say 2 spades with only 4?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With 10 points, yes, they can. Now, normally, okay, here's the thing. How is it going to go? Let's walk through this auction. 1 heart, 2 clubs, pass.
3
2 no
clubs.
trump.
My partner said 2 spades.
I like 2 no trump after the hearts.
Why not do a limit raise and support the clubs? Because you know your partner is long, or they wouldn't have overcalled.
Because majors.
Okay.
Because majors
Okay.
and no trump. This is a great hand if you've got no trump, because you run 7 club tricks and whatever else you take is gravy. The problem, of course, is you shouldn't be in no trump. They'll take 5 diamonds off the top.
Yeah.
But I think I would still bid no trump in the north hand, and then the east has to say 3 diamonds, and that kills that. But let's say it goes 1 heart, 2 clubs, pass, 2 no trump, still my favorite bid, 3 diamonds, pass, pass. Is a double here for takeout, showing the spades, or penalty? 3 diamonds is pretty good contract. You might say 4 clubs. I don't know. It's hard to find the spades in this auction. If somebody had a reopen
Thanks.
double, you could call it out that way, but
Would West be okay responding 4 diamonds to 3 diamonds?
yeah. Yeah, you've already, yeah, exactly. You've already did. But again, you've got an 8-card heart fit. Who wants to play in diamonds when you've got hearts? Use the diamonds to win tricks.
All right, so bid 3 hearts.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 hearts after the 3 diamonds. And then maybe 3 spades by North. If somebody gets that spade bid in. This could oh, what a great hand. I had one more to ask about board 7. Let's look at that one. Yeah, I guarantee if you look at the history on this hand, it's going to be all over the place. I'm kind of curious myself.
It's actually not. Most everybody was in clubs and a few people were in diamonds.
All right. All right.
I'm looking at it. There were a couple people in spades, but the predominant group was clubs, and 2 and 4 diamonds, and 2 in no trump, both of which went down.
Yeah, no
But
trump's not making.
clubs was predominant.
Okay. Well, I think the lucky bidders are the ones who may have found the spade fit. They may have gotten a good result. Yeah. All right. Board 7. The dealer is south. Everybody's vulnerable. South passes. West passes. North opens 1 diamond. East overcalls a spade. It's not the best spade suit in the world, but sure. All right, how did this go? Pass, pass. 1 diamond, 1 spade. It's light for a 2 heart bid. It's only 8 points. I am a passed hand, but if I say 2 hearts, I'm promising 5 hearts and 10 points. So I'd be overbidding the hand by quite a lot. One of the things that you can do in this situation is to make a negative double. 1 diamond, 1 spade, double is showing hearts, right? And it's showing you either have not enough hearts to say 2 hearts, meaning you only have 4, or not enough points to say 2 hearts, in which case you could have 5 or more. The thing is that North doesn't know which you're doing. And of course, West here, you should make a preemptive raise in spades, immediately say 3 spades. You get that? You've got 4-card support for your partner's spades. You've got 6 points. Make a preemptive raise. The law of total tricks says bid 3 spades. And that really should end the auction. I mean, if North is going to bid 4 diamonds, that's kind of on them. You lose a club, 2 spades. I guess that's it. You can make 4 diamonds.
We made 6 diamonds.
Yeah. Well,
Because you
that
got the
was-
jack. I mean, you can run the diamonds all day, and
We made 4 hearts. What 4 is this? 7?
if East is on lead though, and if you can't bid 6 diamonds. 'Cause
no,
they'll
well,
take
probably
their-
not.
Right. They'll take their ace of spades and their ace of clubs, and you're instantly down 1. And even in 5 diamonds, they should get the ace king of spades.
We found 4 hearts and made it.
Okay. 4 hearts works out okay. Do you recall how your auction went?
No,
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that
we
was
did.
fun.
We did. Our West just went up to 2 spades,
Okay.
and our North then went to 3 to show that they had 6 or more
3
in
diamonds.
opening points. And then it was pass, pass, and then West went to 3.
I see. I like the 3 spade bid right away, because it makes life a lot harder on North. It makes it harder for them to bid the 4 diamond bid. And I think you can see the appeal of that right there.
Okay.
Yeah, with the 9-card fit, the law of total tricks suggests bidding to the 3 level, and the quicker you do it, the better. Partners should recognize that as a preemptive jump raise and know that they shouldn't get excited. You're not showing a strong hand. You're just showing extra spades. One of the advantages is that in a competitive auction, you have available the Q bid, bidding the opponent's suit, so that if West were to have good spade support and a really strong hand, say, a limit raise or better, 11 or 12 points, they could Q bid the diamonds.
Yeah, that would have been.
Right. So the jump raise in spades is not a strong bid, and it's very damaging to the opponents. And it's a safe bid. It's a good bid to make. Anything else tonight? I think we ought to close it up.
Thank you very much.
I hope you guys had some fun and come out and see us in Pasadena sometime.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Good night, Kathy.
Mojo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.